Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to remind everybody that I am offering channel memberships in which I will review half your demo, your full demo, or even give you private coaching. Or if you just wanted to become a channel supporter, there is a tier for that. So enjoy today's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can win more duels in Counter-Strike. Now, it's unrealistic to think that you're going to win every single engagement that you get into, but you can win a decent amount of them, or at least the majority of them, if you follow some tips. So the first two tips are going to be mechanically based, and then the other three are going to be more game sense. So the first one, I did talk about this in a video last week, but first bullet accuracy, right? If you see a guy and you flick over and you're missing every single time, you're probably not going to win that engagement, right? Because it's hard to be ready for every single option, every single angle. So at some point, you're just going to have to pick the primary angle where you think that they're going to be coming from. And then if they swing from a secondary angle, you're going to have to flick over. But if your flicks aren't hitting, right, you're not going to get that kill, right? You need your flicks to be exactly on the head, right? You need to be able to flick over to the people and be able to kill them easily and quickly. So the second tip, again, is mechanically based, but you have to be able to counter-strafe proficiently, right? The quicker that you can come to a stop and have your bullet be accurate, the quicker you can start shooting. Hypothetically, the quicker you get the kill, right? So if you're not stopping, like, with the opposite key, you're not going to be able to hit the headshot, right? You got that, well, that one was a bad example. That one is too. You got that bullet inaccuracy because you're not coming to a complete stop before you're shooting. You gotta be able to jiggle back and forth, and as you can see with the little keyboard overlay that I have going on, right, you can see you just gotta be able to tap A to stop D and vice versa, and then same thing with WS. I kind of suck at this one, and it does get me killed sometimes. I'll be pushing up, somebody swings out. I don't go for the S tap, right? I need to work on that. Just something in my own personal game. I need to work on, you know, counter-strafing every single key. It's difficult to do, but it does take some practice, and it does take some practice, but it is doable. It is very learnable. So the third tip is to expect the unexpected. You have to be prepared for all possibilities, right? So if I swing out mid as a T, obviously this is the primary angle. This is where most people are going to be holding. But when I'm swinging out, and if this is clear, I then have to be worried about somebody swinging out from lower con, somebody swinging out from cat, maybe the guy got to right side window already, maybe he dropped and he's going to peek me from underpass. So in total, even though everybody's looking at this one angle, there's going to be 1, 2, technically these are 2 different angles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places where I can potentially get peeked from, and then there's some off angles as well. Maybe a guy pushes up to here, like this spot, if I'm late getting to mid, maybe when I swing out, they're in the process of making cat jump, or they have made cat jump and they want it to stay up here. They're all the way up here, or if you get behind it, you can actually crouch, and it's a pretty decent angle. Let me see, there we go. So if you crouch right here, this is pretty decent. You can even move it over a bit so you have a little headshot, right? So you not only have to look at this angle, but as soon as this is clear, right, you need to be ready to flick over to all of these different angles. Number 4 is very related to number 3, but I'll go to a different part of the map to demonstrate it. This is, you have to know what you're swinging into, right? So for example, if I'm entering on B, I have to know all the angles that I'm exposed to. It's a little difficult because there's really only one spot that you can enter B from. You can go up cat as well, but this is the primary spot where you're going to be coming through as apps. So I'm looking at van, and then my next thing that I want to clear is like back sight and bench, right? Because this is the common spots where people will be. But I'm exposing myself to all of cat. So I need to be careful that there could be somebody cat where I need some sort of like flashbang, I need some sort of smoke there, some utility, something to help me get out. Because when I'm coming out here, if somebody's cat, they can easily see me cross from basically anywhere cat. So maybe I only swing first window because I know that if they're deeper cat, they can see second window, but if I only swing first, then they can't really see me if they're deeper cat, right? Or I'm delegating each angle differently, because I know that if there's a guy bench, right, he can't see me if I'm here, so I have time to clear out these angles while I'm close, or maybe I fall back a little bit and then do that, but then I can still be seen by Cat. There's just a lot of different angles that you're available to when you're coming up places. For example, let's say I'm coming up Cat. First thing is window, and then once I swing out and I'm clearing bench, I'm not only exposed to here, to a guy posted up here, somebody on either side of this pillar, a guy default, a guy empty. There's so many angles that I'm exposed to, positions where people can play, and related to number 3, I have to be ready to, you know, flick over to those places. I have to in my head prepare for different angles where they can be. I have to know that, like, they could be there. I don't want to be caught off guard, like, what? Somebody plays there? That's dumb. Like, no, you're dumb. You should have expected it. Number 5 is using your teammates to your advantage. Not every engagement has to be you versus the enemy, alright? Even if it's a 5 versus 5 situation, you can still get the enemy in like a 1 versus 2 or a 1 versus 3 situation, depending on how poor their positioning is. For example, if there's a guy up on Balk right here, very commonly played spot, right, and you're Palace, this technically could be a little miniature 1 versus 1. Just you and this guy. He's holding Palace, you're holding this angle, right? And it's just you versus him. But there are ways where you can kind of skew it in your favor. You can use your teammates to make a 2 versus 1 or a 3 versus 1. Things that they can do. They can maybe flash over sight. That's not going to blind him, but it's going to draw over his attention and be like, oh shit, they just flashed at A. Maybe I don't have a teammate that's looking at that, or maybe I need to start getting a little nervous. They're thinking about ramp, all right? But a better way to make them extra nervous is, you know, having the guys coming up ramp, they're shooting at people, whatever, throwing a molly under Balk, or even, oh, let me see if I can make this up on the fly. Probably not. Throwing a molly up on Balk. Let me give it one more shot. Ah, no. I was trying to get it to bounce off of this up onto there. But no, you can throw a molly like this, right? There you go. That kind of lands up on Balk. But it's gonna make him nervous, right? And he's gonna start thinking about, oh well, I haven't seen anybody Palace yet, and they're coming out ramp. Let me maybe walk down the ladder so I can throw a flash and then swing out or something like that. But all you have to do is time this perfectly, play around your teammates, play off your teammates, and then get him while he's in a transitioning state. Or while he's still holding the angle, but preoccupied in his head with, oh shit, they're coming out ramp. I need to be careful because they might be able to see me if they try to cross the stairs. Or they go sandwich. They'll be able to kind of spot me out because my gun's sticking out. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.